Welcome to Prairie Grove Tiger Football. Brought to you in part by the Prairie Grove All Sports Booster Club. The club is dedicated to supporting all the athletic programs at Prairie Grove. You can visit them at www.pgtigersonline.com for all your Prairie Grove Tiger sports information. And by generous donations of the Prairie Grove Telephone Company. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. Tonight's announcers are Kendall Lehman and Dennis Gill. Producing tonight's game is Lynn Gregson. And now it's time for Tiger Football.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ozark, Arkansas, as the Tigers have traveled down I-40 to meet the Ozark Hillbillies. The Ozark Hillbillies come into the game tonight 1-2, while the Tigers come into the match 2-1. It is about 2 minutes 40 seconds to go before we start the ball game. The Tigers have gone back behind the run-through sign and are down on a knee. The Ozark Hillbillies are in their run-through. It's a kind of a blow-up tunnel thing, and their spirit line's there, and they're waiting to come out.
It's going to be a good night for Friday night football, I guarantee you. It's a beautiful night.
It feels
great stadium. This is their old stadium. You can tell, I don't know if you've noticed this, but they shifted their football field from this end down to this end, because those are the old bleachers over there. And just to make room for their new field and put the new track in, and boy, it's a good-looking facility.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, something new tonight. Now, we're playing the Hillbillies, Dennis, and if they score or do anything good, they fire a muzzle loader.
That's right. That's right.
So that's something kind of interesting. The old guy's dressed in a hat and overalls down here. We've actually come to the sticks.
Yep, I've been in a ball game against the Ozark Hillbillies where that guy had to go home and get more ammunition before the game was over with. He fired that gun a lot. Kind of got old hearing it. Hope we don't hear him fire too much tonight.
I know. Well, okay, Ozark has won the toss and elected to receive. Looks like number 10, Toby Richard, back deep. Number 2, Hayden Newmere, back deep for the Ozark Hillbillies. Here's something new, Dennis. Looks like number 83, Landon Allen, is just going to start the night kicking off.
Landon Allen. It's good to see Landon kicking off. He's got a strong leg. We'll probably kick the ball pretty high, but maybe we can get some good coverage down there, kind of pin them back a little bit. And we may be loading up for some kind of little onside kick here, too. You never know. Oh, we coming out of the huddle? Okay.
Okay.
Looks like a regular kickoff.
So here we are, Landon Allen, back to kick for the Tigers. And there's the kick. All the way down to the 10-yard line, taken by number 10, Toby Richard. He's got room, and there he's met by a load of tacklers of Tigers at the Hillbilly 35-yard line. Looks like Matthew Cunningham, R.T. Waddell, and Daniel Schrock in on the stop there. So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Hillbillies from their own 35-yard line. We'll get to see a good look at that spread offense right now.
Right here. If they're not in that, they're going to be in the double wing, so we'll see what they come out in.
Tigers are the same up front. We've got Jared Murphy, Nick Perez, Stephen Thomas, and Spencer Brown. Linebackers, Call, R.T. Waddell, Sugg, John Halbert at a corner, Noah Hunter at a corner, Skylar Ellis, and Cooper Winters back deep. There's the handoff to number 30.
Nice play. Nice play. Jared Murphy made a good play staying at home, fought off a block, made a good tackle.
Number 32.
Waddell cleaned him up.
Asher Reese on the carry for the Ozark Hillbillies. For no gain, that's going to bring up, well, actually about a loss of 1, about 2nd and 11 for the Hillbillies.
Coach is calling the plays from the sideline. They're changing the plays during the...
I can't tell the number of the quarterback, maybe 16?
Number 16.
Jonathan McKenzie. There's a good play. Looks like Stephen Thomas and Jared Murphy come out from their defensive line spots to chase that out over at the sideline. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Hillbillies.
Ran a little speed option to this side of the field. They thought they might get a little flanking, might outflank us on this side, but they did a good job. Linebackers got outside and made a good play.
McKenzie at quarterback again. Aaron Ree, Asher Ree back with him in the backfield.
Trips left. We'll see what happens here. Probably going to be throwing it to the left side unless they get a man over here. Try to man up on us.
McKenzie's looking right.
Oh. Got to make a tackle.
Winters and Halbert in on the stop. Number 10, Toby Richard on the reception, and that's going to be a first down for the Ozark Hillbillies. They put 3 on the left side, 1 on the right, and he went straight to the right. He never looked left.
Came back thinking there was going to be man-to-man over here. R.T. Waddell was in good position to make a play. He just needed to sink backwards a little bit.
Yeah.
Had a chance to tip the ball and just missed it.
Yep. He jumped just over his hand.
Just over his head.
There's number 2 in motion. That's Hayden Newmeyer. He took the carry and maybe is going to get a gain of 1. That'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Hillbillies.
That's a good defensive stop. Linebackers get over there, and we closed it up on the end, made him turn upfield.
Caleb Sugg and Stephen Thomas in on the stop for the Tigers. Well, the Hillbillies, they won't huddle, I guess. They're looking over to the side. They're going to take their...
Getting their plays from the coaching staff over here.
McKenzie.
Oh, nice
boy!
play.
Who was that? That was Jacob Call.
Jacob, yeah, that was Jacob Call.
That was a stunt. That had to be a stunt by the middle linebacker, and
Jacob
he just came in and was that McKenzie? Was that the quarterback on the carry?
That was the running back, number 32.
Number 32. Okay, number 32, Ree on the carry, and he was met immediately by the middle linebacker Jacob Call. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Hillbillies. They're going to pass. They're looking for the little screen. Here he comes.
Screen, played well. Get him down now. Oh, goodness. Got to get him down.
We missed a couple of tackles, but there were people waiting, and so that's going to be a gain of about 5. That'll bring up 4th and 5 for the Hillbillies. We'll see what they're going to do here. That's a phone. We got a timeout on the field by the referees. Let's see what that is.
Referee lost his flag.
It's going to be a sideline warning on Ozark.
Goodness.
Boy, I'm looking
got
at
plenty of
right
room.
over the top of them, and they are way back.
They can't get much further back. The players are almost on the track.
Get on the track, fellas. Get out.
He just laid it down in front of the...
That must be something the referees are really watching this year because we've
point
seen
of
that
emphasis
call.
of some sort. That's right. Seen it a lot so far this year.
Well, McKenzie and Ree in the backfield again. It's 4th and 5 for the Hillbillies.
Well, that white area designated around the sideline, that's for the coaches. I don't know why they're not standing in it now.
McKenzie's going to roll.
Oh, he got a man open.
He's going to be caught by Nick Perez.
Don't hit him late. Don't hit him late.
Oh! Boy. You know, we made a great play, and we came in just a bit late, Caleb Sugg. And that's going to be a personal foul and give him a first down.
No, that'll be a first down. What they'll have dead ball here, they'll get the yardage and the first down. It's automatic first down.
Boy, great play by Nick Perez.
Excellent play. Had a good time. We had a receiver down here wide open down there on about the 20. Had the quarterback gotten loose, he would have been able to throw the ball, and he was open.
So we did come up on the run then right there and left them deep.
Yeah, they had an open man down there.
Well, that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Ozark Hillbillies on the Tiger 35-yard line by way of a personal foul penalty. McKenzie's going to keep it, and he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Perez, Murphy, Sugg in on the stop for the Tigers.
Doing a good job of coming upfield and making plays. You just need to hang on, wrap up, and hang on.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we encourage you to go to pgtigersonline.com and give us feedback on the broadcast. We need to know what's going on. We're broadcasting through cellular again, and if there's any problems, we'll make corrections on our end. We want you to have the best picture you possibly can. 2nd and 10 for the Hillbillies. Screen pass out wide to the left. Noah Hunter read that beautifully, came up, met him at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Made a good play out there. Red got around the block, got underneath the block, and made a good tackle.
That's the way you want the corner to play that play right there.
That's exactly right.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Hillbillies. From actually 3rd and 11 now from the 36-yard line. The defense has been doing well, but we gave them that first down on the personal foul.
Yeah, shot herself in the foot. Don't need to do that here. That's a good opportunity to stop them right here. It's 4-down territory, but, well, maybe not. They may punt.
McKenzie back in the backfield. He's looking to his right. Overthrows his intended receiver. I believe that's number 10, Toby Richard. he's the one that received the first pass, and he was actually open with a good pass.
He was fairly open with a good pass. We were all behind him, which is where you need to be. We would have broken. Looks probably wouldn't have had the first down, but it had been real close. Now they're 4th and 11.
4th and 11.
We're going to have to hustle to make a good play here.
4th and 11 for the Hillbillies from the Tiger 36-yard line. I guess they're not going to punt unless they're on their end of the field.
No, really. It could go either way here, I guess.
McKenzie's going to roll to the right. He's looking deep. He's going to throw deep. And that ball is overthrown, so that ball is going to go over on downs to the Tigers. Good defensive stand by the Tigers.
Good defensive stand. That's good coverage by John Halber on the man-to-man. He looks like he's covered him man and did a good job over there. Didn't have any help over the top, so he had it on his own. Coaching staff picks that out, I'm sure, and isolated him on that. He did a good job.
You know, it's interesting. We can kind of see what the go-to receiver is number 10.
That's right.
Toby Richards, so it looks like he's going to be the man they're going to.
Well, this is our first opportunity to run the football here. We'll see how we
Cooper Winters under center.
Pitch
and he is trying to run the option down the right line right there, and boy, he takes about a 2-yard loss. Martinez on the tackle. Boy, he's going to have to get rid of that ball quickly.
Needed to pitch there. We had a running lane like you wouldn't believe over there on the sideline. Good clean pitch. We may be still running.
Yeah. That's going to bring up instead a 2nd and 12 for the Tigers from their own 34-yard line. Winters under center. Halbert West wide left. There comes Stephen Thomas up the middle. He's going to pick up about 5 or 4 maybe.
Quick hitter up the middle. That's a good running by Stephen.
Looked like he kind of ran into Western Wild there out in the middle of the field right there.
Right.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Tigers. Winters in shotgun. There's the snap. He's going to roll to the left. He's looking. There's West with the catch. He's going to get a first down and a little more all the way up to the Tiger 48-yard line. Nice pass and catch right there.
Good pass and catch. I was hoping you didn't speak too soon. He broke a tackle and made a little extra yards. That's great.
You know, it's good to see Cooper. He threw some interceptions at Cassville. Last week looked a little timid to throw the ball, but tonight came out and threw that pass. He needs those to get some confidence.
This is the kind of night he needs. He needs to continue that all night long.
Well, here come the Tigers back up to the line of scrimmage. They're on their own 48-yard line, 1st and 10 after a completion to West. There goes Schrock up the middle. Looked like the left side of our line moved just a bit early, but no flag on the play. Elison on the stop for Ozark. And White also on the stop. That's a gain of about 2 for the Tigers. That's going to bring up 2nd and 8. Winters under center. Eilert's wide left for the Tigers. There goes Schrock around the right side. He needs to get room, and there is no room there. Newmeyer on the stop. It looked like Kurtzinger, the left guard, pulled and went out and just couldn't find anybody to get.
Yeah, Schrock is not necessarily the speed back for that job. He's got to plant and get upfield. He doesn't need to worry about too much about the blocking on the edge.
Well, that's going to bring up 3rd and 11 for the Tigers. I would assume another passing down.
Let's see if he can't come out and execute a little quick pass here.
Winters is going to be back in shotgun again. He's got about 5 receivers out, and there's a timeout, Prairie Grove. Dennis, I don't know if you've noticed, but as they're running off the field right here, number 22, number 32, number 58, we've got some smaller guys, and they've got those guys playing on the defensive line. I think they're maybe trying to go for some quickness over brawn.
That's right. Well, their defensive alignment is a 3-4 type alignment, which in theory, that's only 7 players, but it's a gap 8 type coverage, and they're trying to penetrate into gap areas and control their area or their gap, and then also free, if they're small and lighter like that, it frees them up to run down that line of scrimmage. I think that's probably what they're trying to do. It's hard to tell right at this point, but we'll kind of keep an eye on that. But they are a lot smaller up front.
Tigers are in a 3rd and 11 situation with the ball on their own 47-yard line. They lined up with Cooper Winters in the shotgun and about 5 receivers. I think they're going to kind of be that way again, but it's a different set this time. The 3 are over on our side of the field.
That's right.
There's the snap. Winters is looking left. He's got a lot of time, and he tries to cut and slip. Landon West was wide open down at the 35, but once again, you know, if you look at that, Dennis, we're looking down on the field. There was a few blue shirts around him, and I think that Cooper is just very hesitant about going with that pass.
He really doesn't want to pull the trigger. He's rolling to his left. It makes it a little more difficult, but he's definitely can make that throw.
He wasn't
going to pick up the first down by the looks of things, and cutting back, he didn't look like he was going to have a chance there. But
well, it puts us in a punting situation
we
here.
can punt him, get a good punt here and pin him back a little bit.
Dakota Daniels back to punt for the Tigers. There's a snap. He's got lots of time. That ball's going to roll. Nice. Get all the way down on the ball. And they're going to let it keep rolling all the way down to almost the 3-yard line.
Well, it'll be critical when they punt to us if they do that we catch the ball. You cannot allow the ball to roll. And I'm sure their coaching staff down there is talking to their punt returner. No matter what, get up there and catch that ball. But we got them where we want them.
We do. We've pinned them back against their end zone. So, as you said last week, the battle of the field position is belonging to us right now.
That's right. So far, so good. After having let them drive on that penalty, we've come out in the better end of this deal. Flip the field on them.
McKenzie and Ree in the backfield. McKenzie quarterback. Ree is the running back that lines up right beside him each time. Waiting for the referees, and they have given the signal we're good to go here. There's the snap. Give to Ree, and oh boy, he is met at about the 2-yard line. Nick Perez getting through there to meet that back. That's going to be a loss of 1. Well, they can't lose a whole lot more.
No, they can't lose a lot more. He shot in there almost unblocked. That's a great play. He's moving a lot quicker than their offensive line was moving on that play.
That's a fact. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Hillbillies from about their own 3. McKenzie back at quarterback in the shotgun. I think they'll run all night from the shotgun pretty much. There's the snap. A give to Reed.
Oh, they got him in the end zone. That's a safety for the Prairie.
That's a safety by the Prairie. That was Jacob Call coming in from the middle linebacker position, meeting the running back for a safety. Great job by the Prairie Grove defense.
It was an excellent play right there. Hey, that's what pinning them back there with that punt did. First play was for a loss, and then we got them in the backfield. Great job.
You bet. We're hearing that that was Jacob Call and Spencer Brown back there to make that tackle to get Ozark in the end zone for a safety. So that puts the Tigers ahead 2-0. Is that right? 2:53 left in the first quarter?
Yeah, they kept the ball a long time.
Well, I'm thinking, is there some lights out on that?
Kept the ball a long time.
2 minutes, 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. That was a quick first quarter, but the Tigers lead 2-0, and Ozark will kick to them. And where do they kick from? Is it the 20?
They kick from the 20, that's
right.
right.
All right, Ozark will kick from the 20. I think they're going to probably elect to punt it. Same rules as a kickoff. You can elect to punt or kick from a tee. He's going to kick from a tee.
Yeah. Well, we should get excellent field position after this.
Yes. Let's just run it back.
Might even mess around and run it back. That's right. Maybe the reverse will work here. Let's see how that works.
Let's see, who is that kicking for them? Number 6, Oscar Galagas. And he's just going to squib it on the ground. That's going to be picked up by Seth Sapp. Just going to run straight ahead. There's a good miss by a tackle. He's up to the 50, to the 49. So we're down to the Ozark 49-yard line. Great starting field position, 1st and 10.
Seth made a good decision. Just take that ball and run straight ahead and miss a tackle, made a tackle miss, and ball on the 50-yard line. Well, you can't ask for much better than that.
Well, you can't.
Let's see if we can put this offense, get this thing rolling.
You can see, Dennis, they've got number 33 at the nose guard. He gets real low. He's just trying to get through, be quick in a gap.
That's it.
Winters at quarterback. He hands off to Murphy over the right side. Murphy's going to pick up probably 4 yards. You know, Dennis, I'm okay with that. Let's just go 4-4-4 all the way down the field.
4-4-4 will work, and we will be in the second quarter pretty quick.
Yeah. Good run by Murphy. He picked up about 4 for the Tigers. That's going to bring up about a 2nd and 6. Ball on between the 45 and 46-yard line of the Hillbillies.
He has got to hang on to the football. It looked like it popped out in there after the whistle blew. Boy, you know, whenever that ball comes out, it's a bad thing.
I didn't even see that.
It popped out and rolled forward. They'd already blown the whistle.
Well, I see, Dennis, the play clocks aren't working. That's interesting. I didn't even notice that. Winters rolling to the left. He's got a man deep. Oh, but number 14, Brody Martinez, comes in for the sack all the way back to the Tiger 45-yard line.
Well, yeah, he's having a hard time keeping his footing on this turf, and I don't know if that's an adjustment they can make at halftime, get him some different shoes on, but he is having a hard time out there.
You know, we've seen that at Shiloh before a lot of times,
That's right.
especially after some rain. It kind of gets slick out there.
It's a little slick on top. That's right.
So now we're 3rd and 15. Winters is back in shotgun. We had movement. There's a screen pass to Murphy over the middle. He's got a good block, and he's going to make a first down, but it's going to all be called back because we were moving on the left side here.
That's a shame. That was well executed and well played.
Yep, that's going to be an illegal procedure, illegal motion on the Tigers. And it is. Brings back a great play by Murphy. A well set up play and got the block on the edge, and Murphy gets a good run.
Now it's going to be about 3rd and 21 now.
Yep.
It's hard to fool them twice. I don't know if we'll be able to do that again. It was a great call and well executed. That was the key to that. It was well executed. A good block on there after he caught the ball and got running. One of the receivers made a good pin block over there. But
so here come the Tigers back. We're back now in a 3rd and 20 situation after the motion penalty, and we'll see what the Tigers can come up with this time.
This is a good view. We're right on top of the field.
Boy,
we're not really away, and you know sometimes in a press box you're way off the field and then high, but we're
looking right down on them.
This is a nice view.
Winters in shotgun. There's the snap. He's rolling to the right. He's got to get he's got the corner. He's looking.
Oh my goodness! Almost intercepted.
Well, that brings up 4th and 20. We're going to have to punt again. Dennis, I saw the coach tell their deep man, catch the ball. He's telling him to fair catch it and catch it.
That's right. Don't let it roll. Well, get a good high punt. Put some pressure on him down there. Maybe he'll muff the punt. He's probably a little bit too deep to catch it. He's going to have to come up.
Dakota Daniels back to punt again. He didn't get as much as that one, but it's going to hit the ground and roll.
It's kind of rolled sideways.
So that's going to make it down to the Ozark 27-yard line. And once again, good flipping the field by the Tigers.
Good job.
But we just didn't get the movement again. And you know, Dennis, 2 times now, penalties.
Yeah, 2 penalties have hurt us on both our drive and their drive.
45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The Tigers lead 2-0 after a safety on the last possession by the Hillbillies. Sounds like a baseball score, 2-0.
2-0. First inning.
Yeah. Well, the Hillbillies line up. Once again, McKenzie in the shotgun. He's going to run to the left. I see Cole coming through on another stunt, and they made it to him again. Nothing there. Who's that? Boy, Noah Hunter comes in and dives on top of the pile, and once again, I'm thinking they could throw a flag there.
Yep. Took them all to get him down, but
it sure
that may have been just a hair late.
2nd and 10 for the Hillbillies from the 25-yard line, from their own 25. One thing
He's on battery? Oh, we almost broke in there and intercepted it. Caleb Sugg almost broke in on a little flare pass. Picked it off, would have taken it to the house. Looked like it could have been a backwards pass or a lateral, but the referee called it a forward pass. Either way, it was a good play, good defensive play. 3rd and about 11 now. We're going to have to make another stop here. Ozark's out in the spread. Their trips right. Going to roll to the right. Quarter is ended. Oh, great play by John Halbert. Intercepted the ball, but he was out of bounds. But that was a great defensive play. It looked like they were going to that receiver the entire way, but that was a fine defensive play. And that's the end of the first quarter. Score 2-0. Prairie Grove 2-0 on a safety after a very nice punt by Dakota Daniels. Pinned them on about the 4. Had a loss of yardage play after that by Jacob Call. And then we sacked him in the end zone. Having a little adjustment to our camera. We may have been on a battery for a minute or two, and now we're hopefully on electricity.
Every week we find something new, and we're right. Yeah, we never missed a beat. Steve looked over at me and says, "Are we on battery on the camera?" I'm sure the battery was starting to flash on the screen that it was running low.
Well, those guys at ESPN and CBS have their problems too. They do it every day.
They just got guys doing it all for them. We're sitting here doing it all.
That's right. All right, we made a nice stop. We got a punt. See what comes out. Looks like we should get good field position, barring something crazy. We need to catch the punt. This is critical on this field.
4th and 10 for the Ozark Hillbillies. There's a snap. Nice snap back. Punt.
It's a good punt. That was really high, but it was short. And we elected to get away from the ball, and it kind of rolled to the side, so they didn't gain a lot from the roll. 41-yard line in pretty good field position. 43 looks like.
Kind of a dark field, isn't it, Dennis?
Well, the lights are the only thing they didn't change and really upgrade on is the lighting. The lights are low, and we're almost looking into the lights on the visitor side. So that's the only thing they didn't make a big change in. Well, they're bright.
They are bright.
Low. See shadows on the field.
1st and 10 for the Tigers from their own 43-yard line. Winters back at quarterback. Snap. Run around the left side. That's Skylar Ellis. He's going to pick up about 6 yards.
That's a nice play.
Martinez and Richard on the tackle for the Hillbillies.
I was going to remind you, our speed back, Weston Bartholomew, is still injured. He's got an injured thigh. He's still out again. It's coming around real slow. So the backs that we've got in there now are not necessarily the fastest, but they're going to have to step up and make some plays, and that was a good play by Caleb.
Okay, Dennis, I see they've made some changes on their defensive line. They put big guys in now on the defensive line.
That's right, the nose man's a big fella.
And there's a good run. Schrock over the left side, and boy, now, okay, we were talking about the line, so I was watching it. Our line got a major push right there on their defensive line.
Yes, they did. Everybody was stood up and backing up on their defensive line. That was a nice job of blocking on the offensive line. The front 5 there did a good job.
You know, I'd like to see us just continue what we did right there. Let's just do it over and over and over and go down and score right here and get a little distance between us.
Yeah, don't do anything fancy. Just continue to beat it down the field.
Well, that's 1st and 10 for the Tigers after that nice run by Daniel Schrock. Ball is on the 45-yard line of the Hillbillies. We have no play clocks running tonight. I guess the referees are keeping the game clock or the play clock on the field, so we don't know how much time is left before a snap. We never seem to be in much of a hurry, so he's got it right down here at the end, I guess.
Oh, we had a little penetration there. That was a nice play on their part.
Schrock on the carry right up the middle, met immediately for no gain. That was Colton Jackson on the stop.
What they'll do, Kendall, on this play clock, the back judge is responsible for keeping that time, and at a designated time he'll raise his hand, and I think that's at about 10 seconds.
Okay.
He indicates that 10 seconds left on the play clock when he raises his hand, so that's the only aid that the quarterback has to know what the play clock is, or the coaching staff, so it'd be critical to kind of keep up with him a little bit tonight.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers.
Stay on your
Cooper
feet.
Winters trying to get around the left side, but
That's Skylar Ellis.
Skylar Ellis getting around the left side.
Skylar got tripped up to begin with and couldn't gain his feet, and they got a little more penetration and made the play.
Richard on the tackle. So that's a third and long 11 now for the Tigers. Ball placed on the Hillbilly 46-yard line. Nathan Eilerts brings in the play for the Tigers. 9:42 to go in the second quarter. The Tigers still lead 2-0 after a safety earlier in the first quarter. Winters up underneath center for third down and 11. Trying to draw him off sides. There's a long count. Coopers is going to roll to the right. He's got a man open. That's Landon West again.
Stay on your feet,
Landon.
Stepped out of bounds.
Stepped out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Nice catch. Nice passing catch right there. Boy, it's good to see Landon get up with some excitement. He is pumped. When he's in good shape, he makes good plays. Got to keep his head up all the time. That was a good play.
You know, we talked about Landon early on this year, and the coaches saying how he had some of the best hands on the team. And, boy, if he's one of the guys, then we got to go to him.
That's right. Got to get the ball in his hands. That was a nice little run after the catch, too. Stayed on his feet.
9 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Tigers lead 2-0 over the Hillbillies. Ball on the Hillbilly 26-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Winters up under center. Ellis and Schrock in the backfield. There's the snap. Schrock over the left side. He's got room. He's going to carry his way all the way down. He's continuing to run.
Got another penalty. Thought I saw a flag. I hope I didn't.
Schrock all the way down to the 14-yard line, but a flag, and now
Did you see a flag? I think it was a shoe.
Okay.
When the referee pointed toward the man that was down, I saw a shoe fly by, and I guess that's our shoe. It wasn't a flag.
Okay.
It was a good run.
That's number 51, Colton Jackson, down for the Hillbillies right now. Very quiet in the stadium, and as is in most stadiums, kind of a show of respect. All of the players will go down and take a knee and take their helmets off when there's an injured player on the ground.
You know, I don't know, Kendall, I don't know if that started and it's just become a tradition all over the state, but down in South Arkansas, where I was from, that didn't take place and I didn't know it took place till I moved up here in Northwest Arkansas. But I think it's caught on. I think it's one of the things that players do all over the state now, and it shows really good sportsmanship.
It does.
And you know, you hate to see anyone get injured, but you really like to see this type of sportsmanship when it does happen. Yeah, this is the thing. You like to see a young man get up. And
he's up. You know, it looks like it's probably an ankle. And he can't put weight on it. Maybe he'll get over here and be able to put a little weight on it, walk around a little bit.
Yeah, Colton's a big young man.
He is a big boy.
He's a junior.
We don't have any sizes. They sent us the roster this week, and most of the time they'll have sizes, but you can tell him with the coaches right there. He's a pretty good-sized boy.
Big child. He's probably 210, 220. Doesn't look like he's not fat either. He's
a good-shaped young man.
That's right. It definitely looks like an ankle. He can't put any weight on that ankle. Kind of dragging his toe there.
You know, Dennis, this is our first time to come down and play at Ozark, and you know, up until this year they were in the conference with Boonville and Waldron and Subiaco and all those. You know, they take their football seriously down here.
Well, I guarantee you.
You know, as we kind of giggled at the end of that last play, but you could hear a couple of fans yelling out there to get out of that 3-4 defense.
Yeah, they don't mind telling them.
Well, what do we got here?
There must have been a flag. I cannot believe. I didn't see it laying on the ground, but there must have been a flag.
Let's see what the call is here.
I didn't see what the call.
A flag against the Tigers.
Goodness. Well, it was a 15-yarder. That's right.
We still haven't had a motion of what it is yet. Here comes the referee.
He's not going to give us a signal here.
Well, we have no idea what happened. 15-yard penalty. And no signal as to what it was. So here we go.
Well, we know what that one was.
Well, we went up to the line, going to do a hard count, and Spencer Brown jumps on the left side. Got to concentrate on those.
Yep. That's a senior. He doesn't need to be making those kind of mistakes. I tell you, the thing about Spencer, he doesn't need to mess up tonight. His grandparents are in from California.
Is that right? Grandparents
to watch him play.
I
don't think they may have seen him play once or twice before, but they haven't seen him play this year for sure, and it's his senior year. And I know he doesn't want to make any mistakes.
Well, that's first and 30. About first and 30. Hey, you know, Dennis, we got the first down.
That's right.
That penalty was after the play.
It was a dead ball play. That's why I don't know what in the world.
Skylar Ellis up the middle, making men miss all the way down to the 35-yard line. Yeah, that was an after the play penalty a while ago.
I have no idea what the penalty was.
Peer on the tackle for the Hillbillies.
You gotta love it.
They are calling out the defense.
If your town cares, they'll holler at you. If they don't care, they won't say anything.
That's going to bring up about a 2nd and 18 for the Tigers. Landon West in motion. There's a snap. Winters is going to roll to the right. He's got lots of time. He's got someone deep.
Oh, my God, throw the ball.
And he's making men miss, and he's making his way down to about the 32-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 3 yards. But once again, a man deep open. Open deep.
Yep, after he missed that first tackle, he could have let go of it right then.
Newmeyer on the tackle, knocking Winters out of bounds.
Had Landon down there in the end zone.
He did. And, you know, Cooper's just having to make something out of nothing when he does that like that. And boy, I'd like for him just to rear back and just let that thing go.
Yeah. In that situation, nothing bad would have happened. There was nobody back there. Worst thing that happened, we'd have missed the pass.
Yeah. 3rd and 16 for the Tigers now. The ball is on the 32-yard line. Timeout on the field by Prairie Grove.
We're almost close enough to just holler out there and tell him. Throw the ball.
Well, we see down here, Dennis, right below us on the bench, they are taping up the young man's ankle. Colton Jackson, after he turned that while ago, he may try to come back in.
Needs to pull that toe up. He's going to tape it.
8:22 to go in the second quarter. Prairie Grove leading 2-0. Started out, kicked to Ozark. They didn't do a whole lot. They punted to us. We had a little drive going. Stopped by a personal foul, and
yeah, we've accumulated some yardage and penalties today.
We sure have. Ended up punting and pinning them down on their end of the field and getting a safety out of it.
40 yards and penalties thus far
in the game.
And that's early.
That is early.
a lot of time left in the second quarter.
Hey, think about it. That's almost half of a field now. We've lost to penalties.
That's right.
Well, here come the Tigers back to the line. Third and 16 for the Tigers from 31-yard line.
They got their little small defensive line in again. Get upfield.
Skylar Ellis trying to get through a crack. He gets back to about the 25-yard line.
Well, it's 4 down territory here, so we're not gonna be punting. We're gonna try to get this first down.
We're gonna kick a field goal.
We're gonna kick a field goal.
That is a long field goal.
Well, he can make it. He can make it. Yeah, he did it in pregame last week. Made a 45-yarder. Was that what we saw him make last week?
Well, if he places it where I think he's going to place it, that will be that's going to be a timeout on the field by the Hillbillies. You know, here's what I think. I think they think we're not going to kick this.
I think they're thinking this is a fake, and they want to make sure they're prepared for it. Well, they don't know we got a good kicker.
John Halbert is the holder. He's out. He doesn't trust the yard lines. He's going to step it off himself and make sure we're back 7 yards.
A little construction from the official there.
This is something we haven't seen from Prairie Grove in a long time. If they actually do try this field goal right here.
It's a long one. This is not just a chip shot at by any means. But he can do it. We've watched him do it in warm-ups.
We've seen him do it, yep.
The worst thing that happen, the ball goes to the 20-yard line, and it's their ball. This is always an advantage.
Well, here we go. Landon Allen back to kick a 43-yard field goal for the Tigers. John Halbert holding, David Lehman snapping. It takes all three to get a good kickoff. Here we go. There's a snap. It's down. The kick is up. Not long enough.
Short. Didn't get enough air underneath that.
It's okay.
Hey, Landon is going to be a weapon all year long if they'll use him accordingly. You can do that from the 55-yard line, and as long as the ball gets in the end zone, 55-yard line, the 45, you can make a 55-yard kick. And as long as the ball gets to the end zone, the team has got to go back to the 20. Hey, what do you lose there? If he makes the 3 points, you get 3 points. If he doesn't, they go to the 20-yard line. You don't have to take a chance of getting a punt block. You don't punt it through the end zone. That is their weapon.
A lot of guys talking to Landon over on the sideline. He's kind of got his head down, but you got to understand that.
Good.
Hey, that's a long field goal for anybody. I don't care who you are.
Long field. It's kind of like playing the number 1 team in the nation. That's an opportunity right there.
That is an opportunity, and he'll be all right. He got a chance.
That's right.
We'll be all right. Well, here comes the Hillbillies. 1st and 10 from their own 20. The Tigers in defense.
Oh.
I saw Stephen Thomas kind of stepping back into a linebacker, and looks like we're really stunting our linebackers almost every play.
Yeah, he stepped back, and then he took off, and he ran right by the running back, kind of slowed him down a little bit, maybe brushed him, but he was in the backfield.
Waddell, Sugg, Thomas on the tackle. 2nd 8 for the Hillbillies from their own 22-yard line.
And their main objective is to disrupt what the coaches are calling and hope they can catch him in a wrong play.
McKenzie with the fake handoff. He's got a man open, but he's going to be out of bounds. Great effort by number 9, Wade Graham, to make that catch, but it wasn't going to ever be good. He was just too far out of bounds. The ball carried him out of bounds.
Had pretty good pressure on the quarterback on that play. I think Stephen Thomas was putting pressure on the quarterback and didn't rough him after he threw the ball, which was a smart play. Good play by a senior.
McKenzie goes back in shotgun again for the Hillbillies. Newmeyer in motion. He's going to go over to the right side. McKenzie's looking right.
Oh, he blocked the pass.
Knocked down. Murphy comes in with his 6'3" body and raises his hands up and knocks that pass down.
Well,
now they're going to punt.
Got them here punting. That's right. Punting deep in their own territory.
I know that Prairie Grove has worked a little bit on some new ways to defend the punt, and it'll be interesting to watch right here, see if we kind of send somebody. And while we've got them pinned down here, let's try to get this ball right here.
Well, we blocked one last week.
We sure did.
We
for a touchdown.
One this week for a touchdown. That's right.
But, you know, when they line these receivers up on each side, you've kind of got to respect that.
That's right.
Murphy comes in.
Straight up again.
Straight up. And it's going to roll back for the tie. Look at that.
Oh, goodness, that worked. That's a net. Was that a net 12-yard, 14-yard punt?
Yeah. 33. Well, from the 22 to the 33. That's an 11-yard punt.
11 yards, yeah.
That turned out great for the Tigers right there. I believe the punt was by number 59, Stephen Murphy. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Get your head up. Better job next time. Well, here come the Tigers back out on offense. They'll take the ball at about the 33-yard line of the Hillbillies. We need to go make something happen right here. When you start at the 33, we need to go. Murphy over the left side. And once again, you know, we're starting off first down, getting 3 or 4 yards every time, and just not taking it beyond that.
If we'll stick to our knitting, we'll be in good shape.
Richards on the tackle for the Hillbillies. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 6 for the Tigers from the Hillbilly 30-yard line.
The Ozark fans are hollering, "Get out of that defense," and our fans are hollering at keep running the ball.
Keep running the ball.
Or if you drop back to throw it, throw it.
Here we go again. Winters up under center. Looks like Schrock and Murphy in the backfield. There's a snap. Ball on the ground.
Oh, bad. It didn't look like he ever got the snap. I don't know what happened there.
Looked like he was turning around and.
Yep. Daniel Schrock covered the fumble.
Schrock recovered the fumble. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Tigers from right in between the 31 and 32. That's one thing nice about turf. You can really see where that ball's sitting.
That's right. That's right. You got some lines to count.
There's the snap. Cooper rolling to the right.
We'll have to throw it on the run again.
He didn't have a whole lot of time out there. As soon as he starts rolling, there's two men coming through, and
it's hard to throw the ball when you're running full speed.
Yeah, when he
Unless
began to run full speed, the throw was over at that point. He's just trying to get some room. Well, it's 4th and 12. There's no reason in the world to not go right here.
That's right.
If you pick up anything,
we didn't gain any confidence from that kick a while ago, but
no.
Again, it's a weapon. You kick in the end zone, it goes to the 20. But why not just give it a heave to the end zone or work for the first down? Certainly got to protect the passer a little bit here. We're not protecting on the.
I don't know where they're coming from. I think it's the linebackers right here. They're just coming every time. Shotgun. Winters rolling to left. Yeah, there's the linebacker coming right there. He's got time. In and out of the hands of Cameron Dowdy.
Missed it. We did have that one blocked fairly well that he could at least get the ball off, but he wasn't in a position to make the first down if he'd have made the catch. You got to get past the first down marker. Those are Cameron's first year well, it's not his first year to play football, but you've got to get past the first down marker if you're going to catch it anyway.
Well, the Tigers take over with ball at about the 32 and just don't do anything with it. And now here the Ozark takes over. We lost yardage on that possession because here they take over at their own 36, 1st and 10. 5:09 to go in the second quarter. Ball on the ground. Ball on the ground. They're going to call it incomplete. Caleb Sugg had him covered completely there. He wasn't going to go anywhere if he caught it. Lynn, have we got anybody with any kind of feedback on the website tonight? Letting us know
have
anything?
A holding call here on the Ozark. I believe we got a holding call on their defensive tackle. Jared was making a good penetration. They got him by the shoulder and kind of turned him. Probably could have gone either way, but they called holding.
Okay.
We'll take it. From the spot of the foul, too, makes it even worse for them.
So that's going to be holding on the Hillbillies. That's going to take the ball all the way back to the 21-yard line. So that's going to bring up 1st and 24. Okay.
Good play by Nick Perez. Well, that's amazing when a screen gets set up and you can see it up here. I wonder if those defensive linemen realize, I'm coming through here way too easy. I've got to turn around and go back. They got a 10-yard holding penalty.
So here we are, 2nd and 21 for the Hillbillies. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Ladies and gentlemen, we're hearing through the feedback that our mics are staticky. The sound is not very good coming out of the camera or coming out of the broadcast. So I've kind of turned us down and I pulled my mic back a little bit, and we'll see how that works. Let us know. We may have had them turned up a little high here, and we'll see how that works now.
Yes.
Timeout. Timeout, Ozark. I think that's their 3rd and final timeout of the half. 4:25 remaining in the second quarter. Prairie Grove still leading 2-0. You know, the defense has done a good job.
Our defense has played competitive. They're not doing a bad job at all. We're just not doing anything when we get the ball. We've got to execute better. We've got to stick with one thing. We either need to throw the ball or we need to run the ball. We don't need to keep going back and forth right now. We need to establish. You've got to establish one or the other to make the other one work.
You know, that running is our bread and butter, and we're getting that 4 or 5 yards on that first down play every time. Mm-hmm. You know, when we're sitting at 2-0, it'd be nice to establish that, get a lead, and then begin to maybe do some other things.
That's right. Well, you've got to establish one or the other. You know, passing teams want to establish the pass, and then they take advantage of you with the run, and running teams do just the opposite.
4:25 remaining in the second quarter. Ozark with a 3rd and 21, ball on their own 24-yard line.
Just keep it in front of you and keep them from making a first down and force a punt.
The Tigers lead 2-0 after a safety earlier in the first quarter. There's the snap to McKenzie, a handoff to Ree over the left side. He's got a little bit of room. He's still on his feet.
Out of bounds.
He stepped out of bounds.
Stepped out of bounds. It didn't get called. Going to go all the way. Stepped out of bounds on about the 47-yard line.
Yeah, he stepped out of bounds right here. Well, and they didn't see it.
The official was standing on about the 20-yard line when he did that, so.
Yeah, the official was actually trying to catch up with the play, and
yeah, he can't even jog to the goalpost.
Looks like Ozark is missing a man, and just like that, all of those opportunities by the Tigers, you would have wished we would have capitalized, because now Ozark has scored, and we'll see what they do on this kick right here. And with a good kick, they now lead 7-2. There are penalties on illegal procedure, so that's going to move their try back.
Yeah. He threw that soon as the ball was snapped, so he was waiting on that to happen, I guess.
You know, Dennis, that's one of the advantages of being over here on the visitor sideline, looking right down the field. When he came over to this sideline, there was no doubt where his foot landed.
Stepped out of bounds, that's right. But the official was way back up on the line of scrimmage. And he was not in position to make a call.
Well, here's a retry of the kick after the penalty on the first try. And it's good also. So that makes the score 7-2. Ozark leading with 4 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the second quarter.
That's disappointing right there. 4th and 20. What was it? 4th and
21. 3rd and 21.
Third and 21. I wonder how you get that job as a hillbilly.
Yeah.
Do you have to inherit that? Do you?
Well, you first got to have a beard.
And a pair of overalls.
And a pair of overalls.
And a 410 shotgun.
And a shotgun that shoots caps. And a lot of smoke.
And a lot of smoke.
Man, that smoke is all over the place here.
That's disappointing right there.
Well, kickoff return for the Prairie Grove Tigers. The first time we've seen this tonight. John Halbert, Skylar Ellis, Seth Sapp, and I'm trying to see, I think that's Christian Denton back deep for the Tigers. R.T. Waddell and Landon West, kind of the mid guys for the Tigers. There's a kick. Skylar Ellis is just going to take that and run with it, which he should. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line. Martinez on the stop for Ozark. Well, the Ozark crowd's into it now.
Yeah.
And
well, Daniel Schrock thought that play was going to go a little longer than what it did. He went and got him a block right there at the end of the play. Wasn't illegal, but it was a little bit in front of the ball.
4 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the second quarter. Ozark leading now 7-2. The Tigers take over 1st and 10 on their own 39-yard line. There's a snap. Stephen Thomas over the left side. He's just carrying tacklers as he goes down about 6 yards. Once again on first down, just a very, very nice play. The line is making holes. We've seen them move their defensive line back. We need to just dominate that line, and you know, Dennis, they'll get tired.
That's right. We should be able to do that. I know they got those light guys in there right now, like you were talking about earlier. Those lower number guys, 33 and 22, are on there on the defensive line, and they probably don't weigh 160 pounds.
Well, 2nd and 4 for the Tigers from the 46-yard line. There's a pitch to Skylar Ellis. And our pulling guard we just missed. Here on the stop for the Hillbillies. That's going to be a loss of about 2 yards. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Tigers. Now, we showed a while ago we can get 5 over that left side of the line. If we'll just go there, we'll get a first down right here. And it looks like maybe we're lining up to kind of do that. There's a gap. Can you see
Huge
the gap?
That's right. Huge gap. You got a nose man and a 5 technique over there.
There's Stephen Thomas tripped up by number 44, Tier. He is a linebacker, little bitty linebacker, coming in there and just stopping people.
Yep.
And it's just by tripping people up.
That's basically what he is. He's a defensive lineman, but he's backed off the ball. And when he sees the play come to him, he just runs to his gap, to his area of responsibility. And we're not getting out there blocking him yet. Got to have somebody to block him. There's 3 guys on the line. We got 5 offensive linemen, so you've got to get off the ball and go get that guy. And we're not doing that yet.
Well, Dakota Daniels back to punt now for the Tigers. There's a snap. Daniels with the punt. That's going to roll if it'll hit the ground.
Didn't hit the ground.
And that's a good coverage. Let's see who that was. Landon West back on coverage. It looked like Christian Denton first missed him, kind of slowed him down, and then Landon West comes in and takes him down at the 26-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Hillbillies from their own 26. Ozark, well, they're waiting on players to get on the field.
That should be a penalty. That's illegal.
Yeah, that's illegal participation. Okay, that's going to be delay of game against the Hillbillies.
Yeah, if they'd snapped the ball, it was going to be bad. So either way.
So 1:55 to go in the second quarter. The Hillbillies start off with a delay of game, so that's going to bring up 1st and 15 from their own 21-yard line. There's a screen to the left side of the field. Jacob Call, Dakota Daniels, Noah Hunter in on the stop for the Tigers up at the 29-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 9 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Hillbillies. Minute 34 to go in the second quarter. Ozark leading 7-2. There's the snap. It was on the ground for a second. He picked it up. Stephen Thomas. Oh, the receiver was wide open over in the right flat, but McKenzie just overthrew him, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 7. If we want to get the ball back, that stops the clock.
Yeah, Stephen Thomas was putting a little pressure on him. Read the play pretty good, got outside, and got up there and got in his face when he threw the ball. I don't think he really wanted to throw it with and rear back and make a good throw. He didn't plant his foot. He kind of threw it off his back foot.
3rd and 7 from the Hillbilly 29. 1:21 to go in the second quarter. There's the snap. McKenzie looking right.
That could be a lateral there. Oh, goodness.
Whew.
I tell you what, that's as close to a lateral as
That was. I'm sitting here looking at the yard lines they were standing on, and they were both about on the same yard line.
Hard to be a forward pass if the quarterback never drops back, and the receiver does.
So that's going to bring up 4th and 7 now, and that's going to force Ozark to punt right here before the half. 1:18 left.
I'm sure that's not what they intended to do. They didn't want to give us the ball with time left on the clock, but maybe we'll take advantage of it. Well, I'd sure like to see John Halbert get a chance to run a punt back.
Yeah, right here before half. There's the snap. Boy, we were going for a block and almost got it. John Halbert with the reception. Here he comes. He's going to try to break it outside. Nothing there. Tries to cut back to the middle. Gets back to the 47-yard line. Almost a face mask right there. Martinez on the stop. The Tigers come back out for one last, looks like offensive possession before this half is over. Ozark leads 7-2. 1 minute, 7 seconds to go before halftime.
Funny thing about punt return, sometimes in order to get a good punt return, you got to have a good punt, and that was a good punt, but we weren't trying to set up the punt return. The last 4 or 5 punts they've had have been lousy punts, so we went for the block instead of the setup of the return, so resulted in not as good a field position as we'd hoped we'd have.
I'm not sure.
They've got plenty of time. They throw the ball, move the ball. We got plenty of time out.
I'm not sure. We just lost a second off the clock. We were 108, now we're 107. Winners giving to.
That's not a good start. Yeah, we've only got one timeout. I thought we had at least 2, but I thought
Wells on the tackle.
I thought they were also out of timeouts, and it doesn't look like they are either.
There's a shotgun. Winners looking to the right. He's got time. Ball just not getting over to John Halbert. So now that's going to bring up a 3rd and 12. Christian Denton carrying the ball in. Carrying the play in for the Tigers. It's 3rd and 12, 41 seconds to go before halftime. Winters is just going to tuck the ball and run. He's got room. He's got lots of room. He runs into his own man. He's going to get a first down before he's stopped all the way down at the 40-yard line. Ran into Dakota Daniels over on the other side, and there's flags.
Well, it's an awful late flag.
Lynn's telling us that's a late hit against the Hillbillies, but we're going to see right here. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Hillbillies. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Tigers. So that's going to be offsetting penalties. .30 seconds to go before half. The Tigers are going to line up at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Cooper Winters under center. There's the snap. Is a fake handoff. Jared Murphy. There's a flag on the play. That'll stop the clock. It should stop the clock. Chop block. Block.
Came and try to cut us.
We lost 2 seconds off of the clock while the referee was calling the penalty. .14, I believe, is. Well, that'll gain us back some of our yards right there.
Yeah, that'll help. We're in a position to score here. We certainly need to.
Okay. You know, we've got 18 seconds on the clock, Dennis. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. I mean, how many times do you try this before we try a field goal again if we don't get in the end zone?
Well, we saved that timeout.
There's
maybe
the snap.
Just for that.
Winters looking deep. He's got room.
Get out of bounds.
And he does.
Nope, they're gonna run it. They're gonna run it.
They said he didn't get out of bounds. Where's the timeout?
There it is.
5 seconds to go. Boy, if he didn't land about half of his body out of bounds, I don't think I've ever seen anything. And they still said that he landed inbounds.
Yeah, I don't know how officials figure that a player is inbounds or out of bounds. You see it in college and the pros a lot. Goodness gracious, if the ball goes out of bounds and he's tackled out of bounds.
Well, his whole upper body was laying on the white.
How could he not be out of bounds?
So we lost about 4 seconds right there.
Well, that'll be academic after if we kick the field goal here. It won't really matter.
I don't think we're going to kick right here, Dennis. It doesn't. We're talking too long to be going to kick.
A lot of talking to be talking about kicking, aren't we?
Well, the Tigers are still huddled over on the far sideline, determining what they're going to do. 5 seconds remaining in the first half. Second and 7. Ball on the 19-yard line. Winters is going to be under center. There's the snap. He's going to roll to the left. He's looking deep. He's got someone open. He's throwing it deep in the end zone. And he waited too late to throw the ball. He was open. And that's going to be the half, with Ozark leading 7-2. Tigers had plenty of opportunities where they were moving the ball and then just stalled on a penalty or just didn't quite make the play. And
well, at worst, it should be 2-0.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I mentioned to you before we started the broadcast that we have a new sponsor this week. Steak and Shake is a new sponsor of Prairie Grove Athletics, and we have just had a new advertisement made for them this week, and so I'm going to play that for you right now.
Steak and Shake is a proud supporter of Prairie Grove football. And listen up, Tiger fans. Come by Steak and Shake, ask for Lance and the staff, and mention this ad. You'll receive 10% off your next visit. Offer good through the 2010 football season. Good luck, Tigers. Steak and Shake. Life needs flavor.
Prime opportunity for the Tigers here, Dennis, to start the second half, as they're going to be receiving the football, and it'd be nice just to go down the field, make a statement, take a lead, and let's just set the tone for this half and never look back.
That's right. That's right. This game is definitely not out of hand by any means. We've outplayed them. I think on both sides of the ball.
We have.
Except for shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah, it was the one play, and I received a text at halftime saying from some people in the stands over there asking me, did we not see him run out of bounds at about the 40? So it was pretty evident. Well, Christian Denton picks up the ball, and he's going to return the kickoff. He looked like maybe his forward motion, maybe to about the 33-yard line. So here come the Tigers. Brandon Broke-Shoulder on the tackle for the Hillbillies.
That's a unique name.
So the Tigers are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line.
In the wing tee, the true wing tee.
There's the handoff right up the middle. Boy, they're playing that nose man so tight that when you try to trap, you just can't get around to trap.
He's penetrating too far. I tell you what, our running backs have got to hit that and feel and slide off of that block.
Yeah, because
they're in the back of our offensive lineman.
Yeah, he ran into our pulling right guard right there.
That's right.
So that's going to be a 2nd and 10. Skylar Ellis around the left side. He's got some room with Cunningham out leading the block, and he got the block that time.
Stepped out of bounds a little short of the first down.
Just a little short, maybe a yard.
Though. That's a good position
good
to be
play.
a 3rd and 2.
That is right. So that's going to place the ball on the Tiger 42-yard line. That's going to be a 3rd and about a yard and a half. That time we got outside. Cunningham, the guard, pulled out, and he got the block and got us the corner.
Yep, got a good block. We just ran out of sideline over there. We'd still be running.
Hey, if they're going to clog that middle up like that, we're going to have to pick the edges and then pop a middle one back on them every now and then.
That's right. Got to pin that middle up. Oh,
there we've got a movement in the backfield, and boy, it's just going to kill us again.
Goodness gracious.
That's going to be Skylar Ellis back in the backfield, and he just moved too early. That's going to be a procedure penalty on the Tigers. That'll move the ball back 5 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 7, 6.5.
Goodness gracious, that's not good.
Boy, penalties. We have just shot ourselves in the foot tonight.
This is not the time of the season to be having those.
No.
First conference
game. Yeah.
It's time to start playing football. These things shouldn't be happening.
Well, so here we come back up to the line now. 3rd and 7 after the procedure penalty. Winters under center. There's the snap. Quick pitch to the right side. The crackback block happened. Skylar Ellis is trying to get yardage, and he does get about 3 yards, but that's all.
It wasn't a bad little play. Just needed more yards that it could develop.
Well, that's going to bring up a punting situation, 4th and 3.
Yeah, it would be nice here if we could draw them off sides.
It would be. Get a first down, continue this drive. Ball's right about the 40-yard line. Snap. Oh, and the ball went between Dakota Daniels' feet. He gets to let the kid.
Mishandled the snap. It wasn't a good snap, but he mishandled it.
Yep, it was on the ground and then went between his legs.
Well, let's see how our defense. We made some defensive adjustments. Maybe we'll be able to 3 and out them here and get the ball back. Yep. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Ozark, 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. There's a snap, handoff. Good play by Caleb Sugg in the backfield. Boy, Dennis, did you bring your bug spray? I mean, we are getting eat up.
Bug spray.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you hear us pause, it's because we're slapping bugs up here. 9 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Ozark still leads 7-2. Good play by the defense. Ozark picked up 1. That'll be 2nd and 9. Ball's on the 37-yard line. There's a little pitch off to the right side. Boy, who was that who came in from behind right there? That was Murphy coming in there.
Yeah. Jared was getting blocked originally on that play to start with, and he came in behind the play.
3rd and 2. We're needing a defensive end. Murphy just came out. There comes Schrock in. 3rd and 2 for Ozark. McKenzie back, shotgun. He's over to the right side. He's got the first down and more. He continues to run all the way down to the Tiger 44-yard line. Daniel Schrock, on the stop for the Tigers. But not before the Hillbillies pick up a first down. They're down on the Tiger 44-yard line, and they're back up to the line. They're ready to go.
Ozark's trying to gain a little momentum here.
There's a handoff over the left side. The Tigers, and he just tripped on his own right there. He had some more running room.
Yep, he had a good bunch of blockers. He had a convoy going there for a second.
That's Ree on the carry. McKenzie handed off to Ree. They have really sped up their offense. You can tell they're trying to get it going right now.
They've turned up the tempo.
No huddle for Ozark. McKenzie back in shotgun. There's the snap, the fake to Ree. Caleb Sugg almost with the sack. There's the throw. John Halbert misread the play, came back and tried to get in on the stop, but just couldn't get a hand in far enough.
Yeah, should have had him sacked back here.
We did. Caleb Sugg in the backfield on McKenzie. Should have had the sack there. Let him get away. That commotion back here probably drew our defensive backs up just a little bit and left a man open deep.
Slowed them down for sure.
McKenzie ball on the 14-yard line. There's McKenzie just following his back off the right side. He's going to go all the way down to the 8-yard line. Well, that's going to bring up second down.
They're getting back to their base offense.
They are. They're doing what they do, that's what they're going to do. That's a 2nd and 4 for Ozark. You got to talk fast when they're doing this because they are moving
not
quickly.
Not a lot of time between plays. They don't need a play clock.
There's McKenzie, handoff to. There's a touchdown. That was a handoff to Ree, and he just maneuvered his way through the defense all the way in for a touchdown.
Nice cutback.
You know, that was the coaches obviously went in for Ozark, made some adjustments, and came out and said, okay, guys, here's what we're doing. We're going to do it. We're going to do it quick, and we're going to move down the field, and they did.
That's right. They have turned up the pace.
Galligas for the extra point, and it's good. So that makes the score 14-2 with 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Well, we can't allow a whole lot of that to continue on.
No, we need to establish some offense to get back in this game, or we're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, you're right.
The momentum has changed.
Yes, it has.
We're going to have to make something happen here pretty quick.
Boy, you know, you started out the game and you just felt like, hey, we're going to be okay.
Yeah, even though we didn't play very well the first half, you thought we were.
This is one of those classic opportunities. You see it on any level where you go out and you don't capitalize on opportunities and you allow the other team to hang around. And pretty soon they just say, you know, if you're not going to take it, we're going to take it.
That's right. That's right. If you're going to lay it out there for us, I guess we'll go ahead and
take it.
It appears as if they're doing that. We need to establish something here really bad. This has the potential to have a snowball effect.
Yeah, we've got to stop the momentum right now. There's the kickoff. They're going to squib it on the ground again. Tried to pick up by Schrock. He couldn't get anything. Landon West picks it up. And all we did right there was add more to their momentum. The crowd's into it right now, and the offense is going to have to come in, be disciplined, and drive this ball down the field to shut this down. That's one thing about a turf field. That ball will bounce.
It will skip and bounce. That's right. Almost would have let that one just go out of bounds, but it was a little bit too far inside.
Yeah.
It's heading toward that way, but you know the pressure's on to get that thing. They've got people bearing down on you.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have a play clock. We can't see it, so it's being kept by the officials on the field. 7:41 to go in the third quarter. Ozark leads 14-2. There's the snap. Handoff to Stephen Thomas over the left side. He's got a little bit of room. He's continuing to run. He's going to pick up about 6 yards on the play. a very nice first down run, and we've done that a lot tonight, but we've just not put one on top of the other.
We need to put 3 or 4 good plays back to back to back and see how that works out.
Good run by Stephen Thomas over the left side. And, Dennis, that left side has been the place tonight where we've had running room.
That's right. Well, they've got their small defensive front in there. They've got their 4 linebackers back here, and we've got plenty of blockers over there on that side. Now it's the right side. We'll see which way we go this time.
2nd and 4 for the Tigers from the 25. There's a snap to Winters. Right up the middle to Murphy. Absolutely nothing.
The penetration's killing that trap.
Wells on the stop.
Thomas on the carry. It looks obvious that they've done their homework on our trap, and they've decided they're going to clog right there in the middle, and they're not going to allow that to happen.
Yep. Second down has been a terrible down for us. We've not done anything on second down.
That's right.
Left us in 3rd and long all night long.
So here we are, 3rd and about 5. John Halbert.
Good ball on the snap.
That time it looked like Cooper had it, was turned around, just dropped it.
Yep. Spun right out of the ball.
Well, that's after a great first down again. It's going to bring up a 4th down and a punting down again. Dakota Daniels back. There's a good snap this time. Dakota with a good punt. It's high. We're going to get a roll out of that. And that's going to go all the way down to the Ozark 43-yard line where they'll take over 1st and 10.
So we need to play some defense right here. It's a good punt.
Here comes Ozark out on the field. Now, they're not going to huddle again. They're going to try to get that tempo going again and try to get down the field. Our defense has got to get ready. There were times in that last drive where we didn't seem like we were ready when they came.
We didn't have our defensive signals in, and we weren't ready to make a play.
McKenzie at quarterback for the Hillbillies. Ree, the running back. There's a snap. He fakes the handoff, gives to Ree, and he's chased down by Call from behind, from the middle linebacker for a gain of about 1. Now, we've got to get ready because they're going.
Yep. They're not messing around now.
If you're watching this online, ladies and gentlemen, this is an offense Greenwood's ran. It's the offense Shiloh runs. They don't huddle. They look over at the sideline. They get their signals, and they go immediately. And one of the objectives is to tire your defense out, get them out of sync, not let them get ready. There comes the linebackers through at that time, and that's Perez and Call in on the stop. That's a loss of 1.
Yeah, once those guards pulled, they got in behind that and made that play. That was a good defensive play. Good read by them, by the defensive lineman.
So it brings up 3rd and 11 for the Hillbillies from their own 42-yard line. 4:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hillbillies leading 14-2. McKenzie drops back to pass. It's intercepted by John Halbert. He's got running room, got one man to beat. He's up the sideline. He's to the 50. He jumps back. I think they said he stepped out of bounds.
It may have been for his own safety. That was a
he was
good
about to
return.
get hit hard,
About
wasn't he?
to get tattooed up in the air there, spinning around.
And that finally woke the Tiger fans up over there.
Fans are up. Maybe this is a momentum change we can live with right here. Well, we sure need it.
All right. Here come the Tigers back out on the field for offense.
I don't know if y'all noticed the camera jiggling there at that point, but Mr. Halbert's a lot calmer than I would ever be running that camera.
Our cameraman, Steve Halbert's son, John Halbert, with that interception right there. So here come the Tigers up 1st and 10 from the Hillbilly 48-yard line. Snap to Cooper Winters.
Get upfield.
Ellis trying to get around the left side. He's got room. He's going for the house. He's to the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Tigers.
Atta baby.
Skylar Ellis, the long run last week against West Fork, comes out and does it again this week.
Where has that been?
That brings the score 14-8 with 3:50 to remain in the third quarter. Landon Allen out on the field for the extra point. One play.
Momentum.
That's right.
We come back and make a stop on defense, we will have the momentum back. Oh, my goodness. Run hard.
Allen on the carry. Martinez on the stop for the Hillbillies.
A snap, and look, it went right through John's hands, right into Landon's hands.
Yep.
But we'll take the points on the touchdown. It's 14-8. And here's the thing. We missed the extra point didn't go, but we need to realize we've got some momentum here and not allow the extra point to take us back down.
That's right. That's not an issue. We've got 2 points to make up for it.
That's right.
Looks like we went for 2 points at some point. All we need to do is score again. It's a tie ball game with the chance to go ahead with the extra point. Landon's kicking off again. See if he can get it up in the air and get it down the field so we can get some good coverage. Maybe make something happen.
3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Ozark now leads 14-8. I think I received a text a while ago that, let's see here. Looks like West Fork's leading Yellville Summit 35-0 starting the fourth quarter.
Wowzer.
Rogers is down 40-3 at halftime.
Oh, goodness. Bentonville was tied with Fayetteville at halftime.
Landon Allen to kick off. There's a good kick. That ball's going to hit the ground.
That's a good spot.
That's staying it.
Oh, goodness gracious. That's bad luck. Had backspin on it, still went out of bounds.
It did. A great kick. I mean, it rattled out of bounds at the 12-yard line, and so that's going to move the ball up all the way to the 35-yard line. It was a good kick.
Yeah.
3 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ozark leading 14-8. They'll take over on their own 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Another stop right here, Dennis, and a score, and I think we turned the tide.
I think we can do it right here, and there's no reason why we couldn't. The defense has played good all night except for the 2 plays. McKenzie, handoff to, and that is a great play. Who was that? Dakota Daniels comes up and makes the play on Asher Ree, and it looked like he had room this way, but Dakota closed and made a good tackle for a loss of about a half yard. Now you got to watch where they throw the ball this time.
McKenzie back in shotgun again. He's going to run to the left in an option pitch, and he slips down. Re-slipped, and that's going to be a loss of another yard.
Yeah, they're getting a little what we had that first half. Can't stay upright.
That's the one thing about this turf. We talked about how Shiloh's gets slick when it gets wet. But if you're going to play on this, you've got to have longer spikes or something.
Right. Something has got to be different from what normal cleats are.
Well, that brings up 3rd and 12 for the Hillbillies. They're on their own 33-yard line. McKenzie looking for a signal from the sideline. He's back in shotgun. Ree, the one lone setback. There's a snap. He's rolling to his right. He's looking. Landon West has coverage. And he's stopped, but not at about a gain of almost 10. You could see that room out there when he rolled to the right.
Our contained man came in for the stunt, and they got outside of him once he got blocked.
Well, let's see. It looks like they are going to punt. 4th and 3, ball on the 42-yard line, their own 42-yard line. Halbert, Christian Denton back deep for the Tigers. Snap. Ball kicked straight up. Straight up.
Look out. Oh, they got a little roll out of it. Our players are not sure where the ball is.
And the ball will roll dead at our own 41-yard line.
I think their up back kind of threw their punter off because he kind of turned sideways and was backing up. And I think he was about to get one in the rear, and the punter just punted it straight up. It turned out pretty good for him, though.
Nick Perez and Stephen Thomas were standing there, had no idea where the ball was. It came down right beside him. And, boy, that could be disaster if that ball takes one bad bounce.
That would be the kind of thing that could happen.
Well, the Tigers come to the line. They're going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line after scoring on the last possession. There's a snap. We're going to run the wingback reverse, and that's Caleb Sugg, and he's going to pick up about 9 yards. That play's been good to us all year. Rudolph in on the stop for the Hillbillies.
Executed pretty well.
Well, 2nd and 1.5 now, and once again we've done a great job on 1st down. We need to move on down the field here, put some plays together.
No harm in throwing the ball here if you execute it well. It's a good executed play, but
there's a snap. Winters over the. He hands off to Schrock over the left side, and we're going to get a 1st down. That's going to be a gain of almost 5 yards, all the way down to the 46-yard line.
Martinez Newmeyer on the stop.
Good carry. Boy, I'm seeing a lot of guys wiping hands. I know that my hands up here are damp just being up here.
You know, there's a little coating of moisture on top of that turf out there.
Yep.
You kind of see it shining just a little bit. That and the little black balls.
Cooper Winters is wiping his hands right now before he takes the snap. He wants to be sure and have dry hands. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. There's a snap to Winters. He hands off to Ellis around the left side. He's trying to go again, but not this time. Number 33, Jesse Wells, catches up from behind to Ellis. It's going to be a loss of about 3. That's going to bring up 2nd and 13 for the Tigers. 28 seconds to go here in this 3rd quarter. Ozark leading 14-8. Winters back up under center. There's a snap. He's going to roll to his left. He's looking. He's got Nick Perez deep. And I'm sure you heard the announcer. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. That was the last play in the 3rd quarter, and it was a long loss for the Tigers. That's going to bring up about a 3rd and 24 or so. (14-8), Ozark leading to start the 4th quarter. The Tigers still have the ball, but we're in about a 3rd and 25 situation after Cooper Winters rolled to the right. There were receivers open, but he was just unable to get rid of the ball and get it down the field to them. I don't know what Ozark's doing to get in our backfield every time, but they're bringing those linebackers every time, and they're getting through.
Yeah, they're getting penetration on every pass play. We're trying to roll away from it, and they're coming in right behind us, and we're not slowing them down.
I'm looking right now at number 14, and let me see who that is. Number Brody Martinez, and number 44, Jake Taylor. And Lynn's saying the 33, the nose man, made that tackle. But I'm seeing those linebackers in almost every play.
Yep.
Throw the ball.
Leonard's on the carry. Well, on the stop.
Well, we're in a punting situation again. Long 4th down and forever, and so the Tigers are forced to punt. Ball is on the 41-yard line of the Hillbillies.
Oh, goodness.
That's a knuckleball punt, and boy, there's a run back all the way to the 48-yard line.
Got to make a tackle when you get over there.
And here comes our defense in again. They've got to bow up because I'm not sure, Dennis, we can absorb another score and do something after that.
Not the way our offense is working right now. We're not going to be able to come back from 2 touchdowns down. Just 11 minutes left if we got the ball right now. So we need to shut them down 3 and out here.
You know, Dennis, I'm looking at this 33, their nose man. His legs are not tiny.
No, he's a good ball player. Senior, playing hard.
All right, here's Ozark up to the line, 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. There's the snap. McKenzie looking right. He's got a man open, and there we are. Good coverage, and we've got a flag.
What could this be?
It's got to be a hold.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
and that's going to be a hold on number 2, held John Halbert as he tried to come up on that screen. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we want to recognize our sponsors, PG Telco, for helping us make this broadcast possible. They've provided equipment, time, money, and we appreciate their help. And we also want to thank Steak and Shake for coming on board as a sponsor of Prairie Grove Athletics. Be sure and mention that you heard their ad on this broadcast, and tell Lance at the Steak and Shake up by the mall in Fayetteville, and you get 10% off your next order. Ozark takes over about 1st and 20 now after the penalty. Ball on the 39-yard line. McKenzie back at quarterback. Ree also back as the lone setback. There's the snap. He's looking left. Screen.
Same play to the other
side. Same play to the other side.
Didn't work.
And that was read by Noah Hunter and stopped immediately after a gain of about 2 or 3. Graham on the reception there, number 9 off to the left side. He's still over there. McKenzie comes up, gives his line the signals, and he's back in shotgun. Ree back as the setback. There's the snap. McKenzie looking right. He's going deep.
There it is.
And he dropped the ball. Oh, boy.
Goodness gracious. Well, that was the play that I was going to talk about the first half when they ran that couple of hitch and go. I've been the victim of that once, and that was a hitch and go there. Unfortunately, he missed the ball. Well, the fans are giving him a good hand. That's pretty classy.
Toby Richard,
keep him pumped
the
up.
receiver on that play, and if he catches that, he scores.
He scores.
And boy, they set that up with those 2 little screens because he turned like he was going to screen again, and then he went deep.
Hitch and go. We bid on it.
Boy, we sure did. Well, that brings up about a 3rd and 18, 3rd and 16. And there's whistles before the play took off. Timeout, Ozark. Timeout, Ozark, with 10:09 remaining in the 3rd quarter, and then Ozark's leading 14-8.
I've been a victim of that play once in my day.
Playing or coaching?
Playing. The guy was a 10-1 sprinter, and he ran a little hitch first play. I came up, kind of made a tackle on him. A few plays later, he ran the old hitch and go, and needless to say, he was flying when he went by me.
And at that point, it's just up to the quarterback to make the pass.
I remember him and his name, Geno Tucker. Yeah, all he had to do is catch it and keep moving.
Well, timeout on the play. The Tiger defense has gone over to the far side of the field to talk, and Ozark has come to this near side to talk with their coach. The officials are coming to the huddle, Ozark's huddle. The Tigers have broken their huddle. Officials have come over and told Ozark that they need to break their huddle and come out for offense.
Time, that's for sure.
Well, they sure are. I mean, just all the time in the world.
Let's go.
Third and about 18. Oh.
Yard on the carry.
Well, we let him out of a hole there.
Number 10 comes in motion all the way from, what do you call that, a jet sweep? He comes in motion from the left sweep, from the left side, and just gets the ball and keeps coming all the way around, and we weren't there to cover it.
We weren't there to cover him. Nobody flanked that one.
Well, that's a 1st and 10 for Ozark. They're down to the 36-yard line.
Another momentum grabber.
That is Ree on the carry right there, and he almost picks up 10 again, about 9 it looks like. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1. I see Nick Perez and Jared Murphy, they're kind of running around their man and getting in the backfield, but they can't catch him. He's too quick.
Right. That's right. They're taking lousy angles. They've got to flatten out and move to the flat. They can't just keep coming upfield. They've got to flatten out.
Brings up 2nd and 1 for the Ozark Hillbillies. They're on the 27-yard line now. There's a trap by them.
Ball, ball, ball. Oh, it bounced right back into his lap. Goodness gracious.
That was Caleb Sugg who came in on Ree, and boy, he really hit him hard. The ball came out, hit the turf, and bounced right back up in his arms.
Right back to him. Well, we could use that one.
Great hit. But he picked up enough yards for the first down. That puts the ball on the Tiger 25-yard line. The defense has really, really got to bow up right here. McKenzie in the backfield. At quarterback. There's the snap. Handoff. No, he faked the handoff. He is wide open. Dakota Daniels stayed home as the safety back here, but the defensive end did not.
That was the quarterback. Made a good read, and we never, ever had a responsibility on that quarterback on this side of the field. Taking advantage of us right now.
And our defense, you can see, Dennis, they're getting tired.
Yep.
We've been on the field too long. Our offense is not giving them any kind of break. McKenzie with the snap. He hands off to Ree. Stephen Thomas in on the tackle immediately, and that's going to be a loss of 1. That's going to put the ball back to the 15-yard line. That'll be 2nd and 11 for the Hillbillies. Stephen Thomas in immediately to meet the back. .8:39 to go in the ball game. Hillbillies leading 14-8. McKenzie looking right for the screen. That is a great example by the receiver. He didn't have a lot, so he's gonna turn and go to the goal line.
Lowered his head and took off, split 2 defenders, and
get what I can get.
That's right. Got about 5.
That was number 10,
6.
Toby Richard. He's been the recipient of quite a few passes tonight and has done a good job.
Yep, he is their go-to guy. He's just a sophomore, by the way.
Sophomore?
Yep.
Wow. Well, that brings up about a 3rd and 7. The Hillbillies can get a first down without getting a touchdown. There's the snap. McKenzie gives it to Ree off over the right side. That's not enough for the first down. That's going to bring up 4th and West and Waddell in on the tackle for the Tigers. That's going to be, 4th and 5.
5, yeah, real close to 5.
4th and 5. They're going for this. They're not moving to kick or anything at this point.
going to let the clock run before
Yeah,
they do anything.
yeah, they. So timeout Ozark. They let the clock go down. They may kick after that.
I don't know.
I guess they're just getting rid of as much time as they can.
The clock run down as much as they can. They're starting to milk that clock.
Well, Lynn pointed out that number 6, their kicker, he's out in the huddle with the offense right now with his tee, and I see the coach talking to him.
Well, if they do, in fact, line up to kick this would be our opportunity to make sure they don't run a fake.
Yeah. I would. So here we go. Ozark lines up to kick a field goal. It's going to be a 25-yard field goal. Number 6, Gallegos,
That's a little different.
is the kicker.
Different alignment here. You got 2 upbacks on the right-hand side.
Yeah, you need to watch this real closely right here. He missed the snap. And Dakota Daniels comes in and just tackles the holder. Great play.
Boy, that was a good break for us, I guarantee you.
The snap came back and he kind of mishandled it and everybody just froze.
I thought it was a fake at that point. I thought he was trying to get up and move somewhere with it. Boy, he
didn't ever attempt to get up.
Actually, literally, the ball was dead at the time he caught the ball when he never got up because his knee was on the ground.
Yeah, he's down.
He should have seen that call, but it wasn't called.
Well, the Ozark crowd is wanting their defense to really bow up right now. We're needing our offense to put a drive together and go score.
That's right. Well, here's our opportunity right here. We can eat the clock up and score, tie the game up minimum.
There's a snap. Handoff to Landon West over the right side. He's got room to run, and he's still running all the way down to the 33-yard line. That was the wing-back reverse, and it was open again. Grisham on the stop for the Ozark Hillbillies, but not until Landon West has a gain of about 16 or 17 yards and will bring up first down. That got us out of the end zone area, and ball's all the way out to the 34-yard line of the Hillbillies. There's the snap. That's Schrock over the right side. Lots of running room again for another gain of 9.
Well, we are working this right now. We got a little momentum.
2 good plays in a row right there.
Back-to-back good plays, positive plays for good yardage. Need to continue to put them together. Keep putting them together.
That's going to bring up a 2nd and 1 for the Tigers. Ball's up on the 42-yard line of the Tigers. Need to be patient, under control. Here we go. Winters under center. There's the snap. Handoff to Ellis around the right side. Good block. He's got blocking.
Good blocks.
He's got blocking. Hang on to the ball.
Carrying that ball like a pumpkin.
Jordan Wells on the stop for the Hillbillies.
He gets a good first down run. Boy, the ball was moving up on him right there. We were looking right down on it. But he got it up to the 50-yard line.
That's as well executed blocking as we've seen in a long time. We
had 2 guys pulling out there.
2 linemen pulled out and blocked their man right on time. Well executed.
All right, that's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 50-yard line. It's a good start, a good methodical drive down the field. 5:40 left to go in the ball game. Ozark's leading right now 14-8.
Ozark's
timeout
here.
Timeout.
Somebody else.
Timeout. Ozark.
Okay.
They're going to stop that real quick.
That's their second timeout. They've got 1 more left.
Boy, it is sticky out here tonight, isn't it?
It sure is.
My goodness.
It sure is.
Yeah, Lynn's saying the windows in the press box are fogging up. I can see them down there.
It's about 62 degrees in there is part of the problem.
You know, we had that rain come through last night and this morning, and it was supposed to be a a so-called cold front with some drier air behind it, but boy,
Hadn't made it yet, has it?
hadn't made it down here in the River Valley, that's for sure. Maybe up at home it has, but not down here.
Friends of mine are vacationing in Colorado, and they said they had a big snow up on the mountain last night, or the night before last. And I thought it was part of that front, but it hadn't made it here yet.
All right, here come the Tigers out of their huddle. They're gonna come straight up to the line. First and 10 from the 50. There's a snap. Winters.
Busted play.
Good block.
Get upfield.
Busted play. Winters just tucked the ball and ran around the right side for a gain of about three yards. Newmeyer on the tackle for Ozark. You hate to come out after a timeout and have a busted play.
That's right.
But we got positive yards. Second and 7 for the Tigers now from the Hillbilly 47-yard line. There's the snap. Handoff to Ellis around the right side. Nothing doing there.
Oh, my goodness.
Ellis on the carry. Here on the stop of the Hillbillies.
There's that linebacker, number
14
or 44.
44, right. Having a good ball game.
So after a great drive to the 50, we've had two plays that haven't gained about 3 yards together. So here we are, 3rd and 7 at the Ozark 47-yard line. Snap, handoff to Schrock over the right side. He's got the first down and more. He's all the way down to the 32-yard line of Ozark.
Good play. Slow developing.
So that brings up a 1st and 10 for the Tigers on the Ozark 32-yard line.
Plenty of time. Good shape on the time. Just keep driving the ball. Keep getting first downs.
4:25 left in the game. Handoff to Caleb Sugg over the right side. That's the wingback reverse. He's going to end up getting about 5 on that. Newmeyer and Ree on the stop for Ozark, but not before Caleb Sugg picks up about almost 5 yards on the play. Ball is down to the Ozark 28-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd and a long 5 for the Tigers. 3 minutes, 58 seconds to go in the ball game. Ozark leading 14-8. Winters up underneath center. Schrock in the backfield. There's
another boy.
Schrock on the carry. I'm not sure what happened right there. It was like somebody turned the wrong way or something.
Yeah, turned the wrong way, but
Schrock just bulled his way down for a gain of what's going to be about 3 yards.
Got a man down. I think number 10, maybe. Yep.
That's their receiver that they've been going to all night long. I guess he's playing a safety or a corner spot.
Yeah, we went out there and blocked him.
I believe that was Caleb Sugg that blocked him out there.
A little bit there.
3rd and 4. Third and 4 for the Tigers. Ball on the Hillbilly 37-yard line. There's the snap. Hand to Schrock over the left side.
Didn't make it on that play. Got another one, though.
He got about 1 yard. It's going to bring up 4th and 3. Schrock kind of hobbling coming up there.
How many fullbacks we got left? Jared's coming back in.
Murphy coming in for Schrock.
He's not limping now. He went off the field limping earlier.
I think Schrock got the air knocked out of him, and he was just trying to get off the field. 2 minutes, 55 seconds to go in the ball game. Ozark leading 14-8. Ball is on the 25-yard line, and it's a 4th and 3 for the Tigers. This is probably the game right here, Dennis. There's the snap. Winters to Murphy over the right side. He fumbled the ball. And Ozark recovers it. Boy, that just takes it out of you, doesn't it? Well, defense. Come on, defense. Come on, defense. The Tigers bow up and stop on 1st and 10. No gain.
It's critical that we stop them quick. We need a 3 and out, get the ball with decent field position, get another opportunity here. All we got to do is score to tie the ball game. We don't have to make the extra point.
That's it. We don't even have to have an extra point.
We just need to get in the end zone.
Tigers call timeout to stop the clock. 2 minutes, 24 seconds to go in the game. Ozark leading 14-8. The Tigers had a drive of, probably close to 60, 70 yards down to the Hillbilly 25-yard line. It was 4th and 3, and we fumbled the ball. And I think we were going to get the first down.
We were going to be close.
We're going to be real close, but we fumbled the ball to them. And they took over at about the 24-yard line. 60-yard drive the Tigers had put together, the drive we had been waiting on all night. And 25 more yards and you win the ball game.
Yep. Busted play on 2nd down.
The defense has got to keep them from getting a 1st down right here.
Absolutely, got to stop. Got to make a stop here.
2:24 in the game. Ozark 2nd and 10 from the 24-yard line.
Oh, goodness. I thought we had him on this side of the 30, but goodness.
Who's that? Number 32, Ree. On the carry, Suggan West on the tackle, but boy, he picked up probably 7 yards right there. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. In comes Big Trent Southern.
Well, I thought we were going to get him down on about
the 28-yard line. Did they just use their final timeout, or did we use ours?
I'm not sure.
I would have thought we would have been the one to call the timeout, really.
Yeah,
I think that was us because we're both down to 1 timeout.
Well, I thought we had him down on about the 28-yard line. I looked back up, and he's still, goodness gracious. Tough play right here, Biggin. Pressure's on them. We stop them here. They're not going to go for it on 4th down, so big stop. Big time for a big stop.
Well, here comes Ozark back out onto the field. Big 3rd down for the Tigers. 3rd and 3 for Ozark. The Tigers have to have a stop. 2 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the ball game.
I'm just not sure where they're going to run it.
Quarterback keeps it straight up the middle, and there's nothing there.
Job. Good job.
Good job by the defense. So that was a gain of none. Looks like Call and Sugg and Perez and a lot of defensive players in on the stop. That's going to bring up a 4th and 3 now. And I guess Prairie Grove has probably just used their final timeout.
Yep, their punt team is coming out on the field.
Landon West hobbling off the field, so Schrock will come back in on defense. 14-8, Ozark leading with 2 minutes, 12 seconds to go. Prairie Grove has just used their final timeout. 4th and, boy, it's a long 2 is what it is,
yeah,
2.5.
2, that's right.
For Ozark. Ball is on the 31-yard line. They're gonna try to draw us off sides right here.
I suspect they probably will. We need either a poor punt or we're not even setting up to. Oh my goodness.
You know, I'd almost tell my down linemen, stand up right here. Let's just all be ready to go.
Yeah, just be standing up.
Because, you know, you don't jump as much unless you're down and your weight shifts. And
we need to be ready to return this punt. We don't need to let it roll.
Nick Perez tried to get through. Beautiful punt.
Get out of the way, get out of the way, get it.
Christian Denton and John Halbert back deep for the punt, and I was waiting for one of them to call it.
One of them needed to have been blocking.
No, that was Denton and Halbert back deep. Well, 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, and 3 seconds to go in this ball game. 2 minutes, 3 seconds. Ozark leading 14-8.
That's the best punt of his night.
Well, here we go. The Ozark fans are on their feet, encouraging their defense. The Tiger fans have risen to their feet across the way, encouraging the offense. There's the snap. Winters looking. He throws. Landon West with the reception, and that's going to be enough for the first down, all the way down to the 44-yard line.
It appears as if he did get out of bounds this time.
It looks like that's going to be a first down, and the clock stops with 1 minute, 56 seconds to go. That was Landon West on the catch for the Tigers. I guess we're not going to be able to have a Ryan Mallett drive right here. I'd like to.
Yeah.
A Ryan Mallett drive like from last week at Georgia. Here we go. Tigers up to the line. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. There's the snap. Here's Ellis coming off to the left side. He's got room. Runs into his own man. Ball down at the 48-yard line. We've got to hurry and get back to the line. We're in our 2-minute offense. Coach Elder calling the plays with hand signals. Here we go. Winters under center. 1:37 to go in the ball game. There's the snap. Winters fakes the handoff. He's looking deep. Ball in and out of the hands of Daniel Schrock. Kind of behind him, kind of high.
Not sure what we were hoping to gain from that. We were about 2 yards off the line of scrimmage. On about the hash mark, we'd have had to run hard just to get yardage and to get out of bounds.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 5. Clock stopped at 1 minute, 30 seconds to go in the ball game. Ozark leading 14-8. You hear offense from the Prairie Grove side, defense from the Ozark side, and Cooper Winters goes under center. And there's the snap. He hands off to Schrock over the right side, but that's not enough for a first down. That's going to bring up 4th and 1 at the 48-yard line. Well, we've got to hurry. We can't run the ball up the middle of the field much like that.
Got to get a first down here.
Oh. Winters in shotgun. Caleb Sugg with the catch. That'll be enough for a first down. And that's going to stop the clocks at 1 minute and 1 second as they move the chains. Tigers are right back up to the line. Cooper Winters in shotgun. 1 minute, 1 second to go. Ball on the Ozark 45-yard line. There's the snap. Winters rolling to his right, looking. In and out of, there's a flag for an interference call. Ball intended for Skylar Ellis. They were there early. I didn't think we'd get the call, though.
We'd get the call because it was such a high pass.
But it was in and out of his hands. If it hadn't touched his hands, we might not have got the call. That's going to be an interference call against Ozark. They are not liking that call. But that's going to be a first down for the Tigers.
Pretty good field position here. It should be.
Yep, that's going to take us down to the 30-yard line of the Hillbillies.
Definite opportunity to get in the end zone from here now. With time. We still have time.
We got 50 seconds on the clock. Plenty of time to score from the 30.
That's right. That's right.
Tigers up to the line. There's Winters. Fake. Looking right. He had a man giving him pressure again, number 44, the left outside linebacker, coming through again. West was kind of open, but Dennis, I'd rather him do that than take the sack.
Right.
That stops the clock. That gets the ball out of bounds.
Absolutely. He's got to stop, pull up, and throw the ball.
Yeah.
His feet are continuing to move the entire time. We're trying to block the contain guy out, and he's running toward the contain guy. 2nd
and 10, ball on the 30-yard line. 44 seconds to go in the game. Winters rolling to the right. That was Christian Denton out for the pass, but we are getting no separation between our receivers and defensive backs.
None at all. We need to throw this ball short. Need to run a drag across the middle. Send everybody deep and run someone across the middle just to get the ball moving. Miss a tackle.
Nathan Eilert's bringing the play in for the Tigers. 3rd and 10, 38 seconds to go. Ball on the Ozark 30-yard line. Tigers trailing 14-8. We need a score. Both crowds are on their feet. Winters with the snap, rolling to the right. He's got room. He's looking. A gain of no yards.
Had Landon on the out and up.
4th and 10 now from the 30 of the Ozark Hillbillies. 30 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Well, the time's not an issue now.
No. One play. One play. Winters back in shotgun. The Tigers with 5 receivers. There's the snap. Winters rolling to his left, looking.
That's the pass he should have thrown the down before. Same route, threw it this time when we got held up. They covered it like a glove. Didn't cover it on that side.
I saw Dakota Daniels with the post route into the middle, wide open.
Right.
Well, that's going to do it for the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. That 21 seconds to go. Everything else is pretty academic at this point. The Tigers had the ball at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10, with about 50 seconds to go, and just couldn't move the ball any further from there. So the ball's going to be down now after the interception at the Ozark 3-yard line. They'll come out and just make sure they don't take a safety at this point.
Yeah, they just need to run a quarterback sneak there. We're a man short on defense.
Well, and we have no timeouts. This is going to be the ball game as soon as the ball's snapped. And that's going to do it. 17, 16. We can't stop the clock. The teams are making their way, and that's going to put Prairie Grove 0-1 in conference play and 2-2 overall in the season. That's going to put Ozark at 2-2 overall, but more importantly, 1-0 in the conference.
1-0 in the conference. And a solid performance by Ozark in the second half. Well, they came out and ran their offense well, at least during the third quarter. Did a good job.
They did.
This has been Prairie Grove Tiger Football. This broadcast made possible by Prairie Grove All Sports Booster Club and by the generous donations of the Prairie Grove Telephone Company. Be sure to visit www.pgtigersonline.com for all your Tiger sports information. Thanks for joining us tonight, and make sure you join us again in the future. Go Tigers!